Yo, what is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Celtic Heroes video. Today I am doing an updated version on the so-called rant, or for some people a factual, non-opinion biased video of the state of the game 3 months ago, titled The End of Celtic Heroes. This is an updated version to that, which is going to be what you're seeing now. So this video is basically an updated version of the video titled The End of Celtic Heroes. This is recorded 3 months later, 14th of October, if you're watching this when it gets released. If not, then whatever. The first thing I did was I posted this on my YouTube page. I said I'm making this exact video. Drop your thoughts or things you'd like me to discuss or add to this video below. And so I'm going to read what people commented, regardless of whatever they said. This guy says they could start by listening to the community. We all know that won't happen, so I guess yes, fix Valley for starters. They fucking up phone batteries for nothing. This guy says I would have suggested some new game modes, like a different type of arena, dungeons, areas where you can at least crossplay with other servers, but Deca can't even add an event with adding 29 bugs, so I'm good. I also want this game shut down, because it's helpless. Since they're so needed to get plat sales, at least add some new crap to the store. Premium pet tokens and mount tokens currently have 119 thumbs up on their Discord. They haven't even seen it. Same with 99% of the suggestions. But they added spirit tiers, which had 26 clown emojis. Good job. Deca suck. +1. Problems with Valley of the Ancients. This guy went in. Laggy, bad resolution, bad graphics for what it is. Trash performance, can barely be played on Apple devices, especially iPhones. Valley bosses, besides Manny, is now useless and just repetitive with no actual reason to kill. Half the Manny drops at tier 1 to tier 2 is bad. Endless bugs and glitches in the game, but specifically in Valley. Faction tiers and quests take too long, but also just not reasonable spawn times, specifically dog quests. So many mobs in Valley that are never used and just ruining the performance. So much useless stuff in the area. Fix your own coding. Useless company. Shout out to Mingo. Things wrong outside of Valley. Pet sizes still not being fixed after 3.5 months. Inventory, UI, and search not working properly half the time. Issues with placing Action House bids and orders. Issues with taking mail/accepting mail, I guess. Problems with both mailing and placing items in Auction House too fast. There's a cooldown timer for those who don't know. Many clan bank functions not working. Some boss mechanics still not fixed. Are y'all intended? Do let BT and IO die. Glitched. My servers have killed BT with 5 people. Still using PC port UI map scale. Just read the Discord on all the endless issues. Or just read the Discord, I guess. Last part, the devs/people in charge, they suck. Zero communication. Community manager is absolutely dog shit at his job. Zero communications regarding anything. Servers go down. 2 hours expected downtime. 4 hours later, you get an update. No in between. They forget to merge half the servers. The intended downtime was 4. So this guy's referring to whenever Tefra was merged, they were supposed to merge Rhiannon and Hearn and Lear as well as Dawn or some shit. But yeah, they only merged Tefra. Yes, terminate the game. And last one, I'm kind of like you in this point. I see no reason to even try. Why give any suggestions or reasonable thoughts? Deca are so bad at what they do. That's all. So I'm not even going to reflect on any of these comments that people have commented. I'm just simply publishing this, including this, just in case Deca ever fucking watches this video, which you absolutely should. This is what people who are very active in your community are saying. These are people, frequent viewers and people who show up on my streams when I stream and play this game. They are saying this. This is not random people. This is actual Celtic Heroes diehard fans, if I want to call them that. They will not like that name. But anyways, that's covered. That's included in this video. Now, let's get into what I was planning on talking about in this video. Which, since it is an updated version on the End of Celtic Heroes video that I made, I feel it's only right to pull up the exact video that we are referring to, and we're gonna go straight into Celtic Heroes in 2025. Now, what I mentioned in that video about Celtic Heroes in 2025 was all the endless valley bugs and glitches, etc., etc., and pretty much the neglection of the actual gameplay and the game itself, the performance, and just being a game that is ran well. And instead of that, prioritized, for example, Spirit tier mounts, which I guess was supposed to increase plat sales. Now, that's still the same. In fact, it's worse. Valley is more laggy and shit than ever before. So referring directly to Celtic Heroes in 2025 from that video is only gotten worse. Now, I did mention Deca's history, which it's the same as now. I mean, the history don't change. As well as Deca's management and business model, it is still the same. Running games into the ground, which it's what they're doing. I mean, we're literally in the middle of it. We're witnessing it right now. The PC release, this is a fun thing. This is a fun update. PC release, it was released when I was making the that video. Now, let me actually live as we are making, or as I'm doing this voiceover, I can search up Celtic Heroes on Steam, and we can press charts, and we can look at how many players are currently playing. There is 16 players online right now as we speak. Today, the lowest, it was 7 players. This week, 7 players. Yes, look at this graph. This is the release. It's doing okay for what it is. And now we're here. The peak numbers for the past 24 hours, it's 29 players. 16 players are online right now. So that brings me on to the PC release that I mentioned in that video. Well, it was supposed to save the game and be the whole fucking savior of Celtic Heroes. It's the opposite, you know. It's a shit show. It's really bad. And I'm not even gonna comment further on that. It's just straight shit. And then we are on to the future of Celtic Heroes should you play. This is kind of where we're at right now with this video. Future of Celtic Heroes, it looks very dark. It's not like there hasn't been any improvements since I made this first initial video, the 25th of July. No improvements in any point, in any area of the mentioned parts has there been an improvement. In fact, it's even gotten worse, especially with the valley lag, for example. They have fixed certain things, such as a lot of the mana gear, direct damage not working. There's still very much issues in the game, such as pet sizes, which you're probably like, that's not a big issue. Of course not. But it's been 3 months. They cannot fix the pet size. It's taken over 3 months to literally fix the pet sizes in this game. They can't do that. That's crazy. And very short summarized, should you play? It remains a no. I don't think you should. I want to be able to advocate this in the best way possible. I think anyone and everyone who watches this video now, stop playing. I know it sounds harsh, but the only way for Deca to change shit and actually like invest $500 into the game and get an actual developer to fix this game, you're gonna have to stop playing. You're gonna have to stop buying plat. You're gonna have to stop fucking giving them revenue for keeping a shit game running. But as this is an updated version to this one specific video, I thought we would read what some people have commented. My main issue is the very philosophy of this new area. It's a place secluded to anyone under level 210, meaning all the high level players will be hidden from the new players. This is another thing, to just cut this off right here. The new players, imagine you start up this game as a new player. There's no one there. No one plays this game. Immediately you're like, yeah, this game is fucking dead as fuck. You probably quit after that. But let's just say you don't quit. Let's say you continue playing this game and you reach, most people quit before level 30, but let's say you're one of those people who quit before level 90 instead. You reach level 80, you're like, holy fuck, this game is grindy as shit, and you only have 150 more levels to go to reach endgame. You quit because it's an endless grind. And even then, let's say you surpass that, you're a fucking grinder. How many hours do you need to fish to make, for example, 6 million gold, which is average price for a Nightmare Essence on a lot of servers? 6 million gold from fishing, if you're lucky, it takes 1,000 hours. Probably closer to 1.1k hours. If you're free to play, trying to make enough gold to buy a Nightmare Essence, you're looking at 1,000+ hours of fishing to afford that. No wonder people bought. Anyway, which makes the entire server seem more dead than it actually is. I say this knowing the player count on Steam being 42, when it looks to the average player count is free. Change 42 to 16. I don't think a single person wants to play an MMORPG without the social aspect, and any MMORPG developer would be clever enough to know this and intertwine the zones with areas newbies must traverse, like the previous Celtic Heroes devs did all the time. This reeks of people who don't understand basic video game mechanics. Hey, I'm not even arguing with you. I agree with all the points you make. It's sad to see this downward trend. So much potential in this game, whether it's a complete move to PC or simply is some more effort and investments put in from the owner's side. Damn, this guy's going in. Interesting to see Deka's past current games that you brought up. It certainly doesn't make the future look any brighter. I was one of the guys trying to play on PC during launch. I'm Dumbledore Mage on Servidon. I too crashed every 5 minutes. I've played this game since first release on iOS. Lug was my first server, rest in peace Lug. Since then, been playing on both Android and iOS simultaneously until they merged the platforms. A lot of work should have been done to the game around 2014 when this downward trend started to eventually save it. Now there is honestly no saving. A current company like Deka, which in short they suck. Players just blows my mind that people play this game, blah blah blah. I'm not trying to read all this, bro. And then he just goes in. I mean, you can read this if you want. I'm trying to chill a bit. I responded, and then whatever that happened. Considering all their flash news and announcements get rated so badly, it's def a sign that they don't care or even read feedback on anything. This guy says it all. That has been 8 months. These issues are still in the game. They are still in the game as of this video. Still boggles my mind how Deka can't take a 30 minutes of their time to actually play all the servers that exist. Watch this simple video, read their bugs and game search like this. Like, why the fuck do they not read this shit? That's fucking wild. And then this guy also talks about how this spirit tier suggestion had a bunch of dislikes. And then they don't add the ones with over 100 likes, etc., etc. And this guy will play whatever fucking happens to the game. And this guy says, I started in 2010 and spent hella money and I still decided to leave that trash. And then some people literally have scouts in your name. Man, I've played this game since at least 2012, I think, and I still remember when one FOM where the devs start playing again after, well, doesn't fucking matter. Let's see if there's any more relevant stuff here that people have commented. It's funny, so funny you cry for 30 minutes but play the game all day. Literally get a job. Yeah, but that was basically the comments, I think. So those were the comments from that video. I've included pretty much all the points, parts, and comments from that video, including a post I made on my own channel page, which now brings me on to just kind of going off my head in regards to the state of this game in 2025. It's getting worse in every aspect, literally getting worse in every aspect, and it's beyond saving, as a lot of people have commented and said. And I do completely agree with those parts and points. I think, however, what you can do is you can do damage control. You can set this game up for not a bright future, because that's well beyond the time, but you can set this game up to last at least another 5 years. Because as of right now, people are stopping, people are quitting, people are just not really playing the game a lot. I mean, take me for example. I log on. If anything, I log on to do my daily valley quests. If I can't do them on my PC, I don't do them because I can't run the game on my phone. What I do when I start BlueStacks and I play this game, I stream it because I'm on the PC anyway. I might as well fucking stream it. I can only play in Valley on my PC. I can't play it on my iPad. I can't play it on my phone. Fix that, Deca. Fix that, you fucking pieces of shit. Nah, but seriously, you fix that. You balance out some of the stuff that we have mentioned in this video. You take a good fucking look at how long it fucking takes to go from level 1 to level 230. It takes over 230 hours. Yes, so happen to be 230, but no, seriously, it takes over 200 plus hours to reach endgame in this game. And this is a dead mobile MMO game with failing player counts, failing in every fucking aspect that there is to a game. And it still takes... I can reach endgame in fucking any MMORPG game that I know before I reach endgame in this. The space from low game to mid game to end game in Celtic Heroes is fucking enormous. I lixed from level 1 to level 170 on my road to endgame Ranger. That took 46.5 hours. That is me using jubilations, me using damage foods, and some of the best, at least very good gear in the game. It took me 46.5 hours. If you're a new player, or just a shit player, or free to play, you're looking at definitely over 70 hours, just to reach 170. Just to be able to get Dragonlord armor. And then from there to 230, you're looking at 100 plus hours. For me to lix from level 1 to 230, it took 180.5 hours. That is me calculating how many lixes I've done over the years, over the past year, from one level to a certain other. Some of this done even during a double XP event, so you're probably looking at, like I said, probably 230, 250 hours minimum to reach endgame at a normal XP rate, which brings me on, increase the XP rate permanently. By all fucking means, I would say 1.5. 150% XP increase from today. Why the fuck not? It's not like anyone fucking plays the game anyway. You might as well make it easier, not just for new players, but also for players who play this game. If I want to start a Druid, I'm not gonna put down 200 hours to get that bitch to endgame. If you guys can half that, or at least remove a big portion of that, fuck yeah. You're doing something good. With that said, there's a lot of things that can be improved in terms of quality of life in this game. A lot of things that can be improved when it comes to drops in this game. Stuff like EDL offense. This game is fucking 500 years old. Why are people still showing up to every single Unox there is for like months just to get their fucking EDL offense? Sure, it should be grindy, it should be rewarding, but the game is 15 years old. You should be able to get your hands on some of the shit that's been in this game for the past decade. I mean, seriously. I'm still rocking Dragonlord armor. I'm level 223. A warrior. There's just no fucking EDL drops. I'm just running around like a fucking dumbass. So, we are moving on to the part where I try and discuss what Deca can/should do to at least, again, not necessarily save the game, but at least increase the longevity of the game by a few months, maybe even years. Because obviously, if it keeps going at this rate, I would not be surprised if the game gets fully shut down in like 2 years from now, because people will just stop playing. Now here's the first thing. A lot of people have been talking about Classic WoW, or not Classic WoW, sorry, Classic CH. A lot of people have been talking about bringing back the old nostalgic CH vibes, which realistically is like the only reason people even play the game right now. And you could absolutely do that, but I don't think Deca can. I don't think they would have the skills to have a remastered Celtic Heroes classic game. So there is a solution to this. That is wipes. Server wipes. Every few months, every few weeks, whatever it may be. Not all servers, obviously, but anyone who played on Sir Widwin when it was first launched, that server was fun as fuck for about 2 months. And then, you know, Celtic Heroes caught up to you. It's a long, annoying, painful grind. But if you have a server wipe system where, let's say there's 2 or 3 servers, after obviously merging all the other servers currently and getting all that shit fixed and set up and whatnot, you can have 2 or 3 servers that wipes every 3 months. And there can be different rates on each server. Let's say 1.25x rate, 1.5x rate, 2x rate, basically double XP, double gold, double fucking whatever the fuck it may be, right? And you can choose yourself. Should I play on this server? Should I play on this server? And you play for 3 months or you play for 1 month. It wipes when everyone starts fresh. There's a new swarm of player, kind of like how seasons work in MMO games and whatnot, RPG games, blah, blah, blah. And what this does is, for all the people who don't just want to be here for an endless grind and log on to this game a couple times a week to show up to a boss raid, to get their kill points, to start saving for a godly band which does not drop more than once a year, you have that aspect of, I'm starting fresh. Now, why am I even talking about this? Because me and some people, some friends of the channel, viewers of the channel, other Celtic Heroes gamers, we recently started playing on Belenus. Randomly, we had a wheel spin on a stream. It landed on Belenus. We started tunes on Belenus, and this is where we're at. I am currently a mage. I'm level 19. We have one of our other clanmates, a good friend of mine, Star Wars, level 27 Druid, Woker, level 31 Warrior, and then we got a bunch of people who, realistically, they come from the streams. They come from the streams, they are friends and viewers of the channel, and we all start fresh on Belenus. Not a single one of us has any form of gear or anything on this server, and we are still enjoying our time here extremely, right? We're having a good fucking time. We actually are. And Belenus in general, it's a pretty dead server. There's like 4 items in the auction house. But because we're here, and we're a tiny little clan, it started off as a meme thing, but honestly, it is quite fucking fun. We have our little Discord channel. We're like 6 people in there. We have like 8 people in the clan. We're starting here. The clan is called Duropium. It's like, we were gonna call ourselves Duros' fucking cult or whatever. Like, it all started off as a meme, but it's actually fun. It's actually fun. If I sat here all alone, just doing this arrows loose repeatable quest, it wouldn't be fun. But I'm here. There's about 8 or 9 different people that are also starting fresh on this server. And, you know, eventually we're going to get up to Warden, Frozen, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun little grind. This is why I'm even suggesting having servers that wipes. It doesn't take much. You can keep the exact same server and game outlay, game basics, mechanics. All you gotta do is you start a server called server fucking number 6, whatever. You run that for 3 months, then you delete it. And then you start it again. It's really not harder than that. And that way, Deca, hopefully, you can't fuck it up. Another way to at least increase the longevity of this game would obviously be to increase/improve the current game content that there is. Now, obviously, the game is super buggy and glitchy and quite shit in many ways, but you can still increase certain drop rates. You can increase number of drops. It wasn't too long ago we had a week with like every boss was dropping 1 extra drop. All of a sudden you get 4 drops from BT. Sure, they might all still be shit, but if you get 4 drops instead of 3, it increases your chances of getting a good drop, right? That combined with the fact that servers are supposed to be merging, I think it's about time that you guys start balancing out the game content and drop rates, number of drops, etc., etc. There are plenty of good suggestions on this on your Discord if DECA are watching, so you can simply just look at your own Discord in case you haven't noticed. And I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but it's about damn fucking time that you guys rework some of these classes. Balance the classes. I'm playing a mage right now. I hate mages. It is my least favorite class. So why am I playing it? Because it is so much better than every other class there is. It is so much better than every other class there is. Of course, there's certain builds, certain whatever that might be better. Absolutely. I have a very good sword DPS warrior on Tefra. That guy is very fun to play. But if my mage here has equal stuff, my mage is not 10 times better, but it's better, okay? And it's better at a lot of things. Of course, a melee tune is usually better on melee specific bosses, absolutely. But a mages right now, fire mages, they are just noticeably better than all classes. Not to even mention, look at the fucking rangers. They have two good skills. It is sharpen weapons, and it is steady aim. Sharp shot is only useful if you have enough direct damage bonuses from rings and jewelry to make it worth casting sharp shot. In a lot of cases, you will do just as much, if not even more, damage from simply just not casting sharp shot as a ranger. Not to mention long shot and double shot, completely fucking useless skills. Believe it or not, like we're talking endgame wise here. And I'm not even gonna start talking about warriors. I mean warriors specifically. A sword warrior with the exact same equivalent gear as a blunt or axe warrior is still so much fucking better than the other builds. Regardless. Sure, absolutely, there's probably gonna be a certain build that is better, but it's noticeably better, like extremely much better. I don't know how to put it in perspective for DECA. I'm sure DECA should be able to check the numbers on these kind of things, but rebalancing some of the classes, it might not only make it more enjoyable for the people who play a shit class, but it will also increase number of unique builds, number of different tunes, classes at a raid. Right now you get a fire mage. Everyone plays fire mage, so there's a lot of comp for the drops, absolutely. But there's a reason why everyone plays fire mage, and that's because you can simply just stand there. Just cast firebolts. Don't even cast firestorm, just spam firebolts. You are out DPSing like 85% of the tunes at the raid automatically. So why even play anything else? And I'm gonna cycle back to, again, talking about server wipes, and as I showed earlier in this video, some of you guys had said I would have suggested an arena/dungeon, blah blah blah. I think that's a great suggestion. I think I would have gone in depth. I would have easily written a couple thousand words on how DECA can add a dungeon or arena or some form of game mode where you can get direct rewards. It can cost gold to enter this arena or dungeon. It can cost platinum. It can cost keys that you can obtain from, example, chests. It can be from in-game stuff, quest, bounties, whatever. It can be from direct plat sales. You can buy keys. Like you get what I'm saying. There's endless ways for DECA to monetize these new game modes if they were implemented. Let's say you need a key. Let's say you need a red dungeon key. There's a red dungeon, a blue, white, whatever. In the red dungeon, you get certain amount of items from, depending on how many waves or how many rounds or whatever. It can be a wave system, 10 waves. It can be a whatever. I'm not trying to go full in detail because it's gonna take a lot of time to explain it. But they can add something like that. And let's say it costs $25. I mean, people will fucking pay that price. It costs $25 for a key to enter a certain dungeon or arena, whatever. There's 10 waves. You survive 10 waves or beat 10 different bosses, rooms, whatever. You get certain drops, certain rewards. It can be rewards as in a chest, a specific dungeon chest. It can be rewards as in mount tokens, premium tokens, whatever the fuck you want. It gives the game something new. It gives players something new. And then you can go as far as making these new areas or game modes cross-play. So if I play on Belenas, I can play with my Aran friends or Tefra friends or Nuada players. And all of a sudden, the players on each server is not so dependent on the server. Like, let's say you play on Nuada. It's a fairly dead server, right? They still kill most bosses, except Mannequin. But let's say you can team up with 5 people from Aboon, or 4 people from fucking Gwyd, and then you can start a dungeon. Then all of a sudden, it doesn't matter what server you're from. You can still play these dungeons or game modes, arenas, whatever it may be. Yes to thought. Yes, something for Daka to think of. Obviously, it's probably going to break the game if they try to add anything substantial, since they could not even implement Valley of the Ancients, but I'm just talking. So, if anyone else has any suggestions or thoughts as in how to not necessarily save this game, because I think it's kind of beyond saving, but if you guys have any suggestions on how to at least make this game enjoyable for the next unforeseeable future until it disappears, then feel free to drop that below. And with that said, this will be the end of this video. It's a long one, absolutely. I've tried to cover a lot of points, but also not go full in-depth for every point, because then this video would be like 5 hours long. So it's a little update / renewal on the previous so-called rant video on this game, the end of Celtic Heroes. And if you guys, like I said, have any thoughts, suggestions, or opinions, leave them down below. I will try and get Daka to watch this video as well as the previous one. That video is sitting at 26,000 views as of right now, so I feel like they should have seen it, but you never know. But with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.